Alright, so this is the tutorial for Twitch notifications with Discord with the Twitch API. Now, as a disclaimer, this is how I figured it out. It works for me. Do I understand it 1000%? No, I don't, but I'm going to try and teach it to you how I figured it out, and it works for me. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to import what you need. So import OS, import JSON. So I'm using a JSON database because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Twitch usernames that are given to me and I'm going to check them against Twitch if they're live. So you're going to need somewhere to hold those Twitch usernames. I'm using a JSON database and I'm going to obviously show you how to use that. Import Discord, import requests from discord.ext, import tasks, commands. From Twitch API.twitch, import Twitch, from discord.utils, import get. You're going to set up your intents, so intents equals discord.intents.all, bot equals commands.bot, command prefix, $, you can set that to whatever you want. Intents equals intents. Token equals, so I set up an environment variable. You can just put your token here, doesn't really matter. Just never show someone your token, obviously. So authentication with the Twitch API, so that's what all this is. So what you're going to need is you're going to need your client ID and you're going to need your client secret. And how you do that is you go over to this link, which I'll have in the description. So it's going to be just a registration, like how to start there. You're going to click on this. It's going to take you over here. So you're going to have to register an application. Name, you can put whatever. OAuth redirect URLs. I got stuck on this for a while. I cannot figure it out, but all you have to do is put this. That's it. Obviously, category, you can call it whatever you want, create, and that's going to give you your client ID and your client secret. Obviously, these two are just examples, and they're exactly the same, so now you can't have mine. Yep, and then the rest of this, I honestly don't know what all this is for. I just copied it from an example, but it works. So alright, so down here, returns true if online, false if not. So this is what we're going to be using, the function we're going to be using to take our usernames, which is going to be user, right? And we're going to check it against the Twitch API to see if they're streaming. So if they are streaming, it's going to return true. If they're not streaming, it's going to return false. I again copied this from an example, so I'm not exactly sure how all this works, but it does work. Alright, so here's where my code actually starts. So bot.event async def on ready, so this is going to execute when your bot is started. Defines a loop that will run every 10 seconds, checks for live users every 10 seconds. So we're going to do at task.loop seconds equals 10. You can make that, 15, whatever you really want, however often you want to check. So async def live notifs loop, you can call that whatever. Opens and reads the JSON file. So you're going to want to create a JSON file and put it in your folder that's with your, bot.py file or whatever this file is called. I called mine streamers.json. So with open streamers.json as R, so we're gonna just read it as file. Streamers equals json.loads file.read. So we're going to make sure the JSON isn't empty before continuing. So if streamers is not none, gets the guild, Twitch streams channel, and streaming role. So guild equals bot.getGuild, and you're going to want to get your ID. And how you do that is you go to Discord, you go to your user settings. Okay, so they actually moved it. It's now in advanced, and you just want to turn on developer mode. So sorry about that. But what that's going to allow you to do, so for this first one, we want to get our guild ID. So any server that you have admin permissions in, you're going to be able to right click, copy that ID, and that's where you get that number from. So you're going to want to get your Twitch streams channel, jeez. This is where your notifications are going to be sent. So channel equals bot.getChannel, this number, go to your Twitch streams, right click, copy ID. Role, so I set up a streaming role, and if you want to assign them a streaming role, you can do that. If not, that's fun too. So role equals get guild.roles, ID equals, and again, let me show you how to do that. Right click on your server, go to your roles. Here's my streaming role I set up, copy ID. You're just going to put that there. Alright, so then you're going to loop through the JSON. You're going to get the key and the value, which in this case is the user ID and Twitch name of every item in the JSON. So, and it'd probably be better to do this first. So this is how the items are going to be added to your JSON. This is a command that I've set up. So at bot.command and name equals add Twitch. You can call this whatever, and help adds your Twitch to the live notice. Async def add Twitch, ctx Twitch name. So you're going to open and you're going to read the JSON file. You're going to get the users that call the command. So user ID equals ctx.author.id. Assigns their given Twitch name to the Discord ID and adds it to the streamers.json. That's, yep, adds the changes we made to the JSON file and tells the user it worked. So await ctx.send added Twitch name for their name to the notifications list. So yeah, that's how you're going to fill your JSON with the information, which this is going to find. So it's going to do for user ID, Twitch name, and streamers.items. Right, so you're going to go through the JSON and you're going to get the user ID and the Twitch name of each of the items. So you're going to get the status, which returns either true or false. So status equals check user Twitch name. So you're going to take that Twitch name that you got from your JSON and you're going to put it in this function. And again, it's either going to get return true or false if the user is live or not. Gets the user using the collected user ID in the JSON. So you're just going to get your user using the user ID that we got from the JSON. Make sure they're live. So if their status is true from the check user function, that means they're live. So we're going to check to see if the live message has already been sent. So async for message in channel.history. If it has, break the loop, do nothing. So if this message has already been sent, and how I did that, if string user.mention in message.content and is now streaming in message.content, which that's this right here. So if this has already been sent, we're just going to break the loop and do nothing. If it hasn't been sent, assign them the streaming role and send the message. So async for member in guild.fetch members. If one of the IDs of the members in your guild matches the one from the JSON and they're live, give them the streaming role. So for each member in your guild, right, it's going to loop through each of them. If their ID matches the one in the JSON and they're live, then we're going to give them the streaming role. So wait member.addRoles role that we defined up there. Alright, so then it's going to send the live notification in the Twitch streams channel. So await channel.send, you can put whatever. I put red circle live. It's going to mention the user is now streaming on Twitch, and then it's going to do a line break and put the link with the Twitch name of the user. And obviously if you put a link, Discord's going to give you a little preview that you can click on. I kept this because it's just nice. It's going to print to the console, so the users aren't going to see it. It's just going to print to, whatever you're running your .py file on. User has started streaming, send a notification. Then it's just going to break. So if they aren't live, do all this. So again, async for member in guild.fetch members. If one of the IDs matches the one of the IDs of the members in your guild matches one from the JSON and they're not live, remove the streaming role. So if they're not live and you get the member, then you're just going to remove the streaming role. If they've also, if the Twitch notification has been sent and they're also not live anymore, then you're just going to delete that. So async for message in channel.history. If string user.mention in message.content and is now streaming in message.content, await message.delete. And this is just going to be at the end of your onReady. It's just going to start your loop. So live notifs loop dot start. And that's pretty much it. So it seemed long and confusing at first, but it's honestly not too bad. Obviously print server running, I just added that, and bot.run token. So I think that's it. What I will do is I'm going to put this, which is the Stack Overflow post that I got, the code that for the Twitch authentication and the check user function that we were using. I'm going to put that in the description. I'm going to put this in the description, a little tutorial for registering your application with the Twitch API. And I will also, I'm also going to put my Discord link in the description if you guys need extra help. So I know this is a little bit of a longer tutorial, but I think it's a lot more reliable than my previous tutorial. So the problem with the previous one is sometimes it wouldn't work and it was just very unreliable. So the downside of this, I guess you could say, is that the users do have to enter um, their Twitch username once just to add it to the database so that I can check if they're live each time compared to just, basically automatically detecting that they're live. But this is much more reliable, especially, if Discord doesn't detect that they're live, but they are actually live. So I went with this method. It's just more reliable and works better for me. So yeah, hope that helped you guys and have a good day.